for you. The Bahamas signs an MOU with a Tennessee university. It could soon mean more Bahamian students will be in the air. And more affordable homes. San Salvador celebrates the opening of a new subdivision. Those stories and more this late night, Monday, August 17th, 2026. We are glad to have you with us this late night. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis took to the airwaves earlier tonight to address the nation on the current state of its energy sector, as well as the current state of Bahamas power and light. If recent power outages did not already have the public outraged, new revelations of BPL employees abusing overtime has sure stirred up anger. And Prime Minister Davis tackled both issues head on.
A crisis is an opportunity to fix what does not work.
The country did not get any specifics nor a clear timeline for when it will be out of the energy woods. It did get, though, an admission from Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis in his national address Monday evening that ran just over 20 minutes that this is a crisis. A crisis with many layers, wide in scale and complex. He asked the public to trust his energy reform plan.
For the first time in our history, this country has a comprehensive nationwide plan to modernize how we generate, store, and distribute electricity across the whole archipelago.
He also asked the nation to understand the road ahead is bumpy.
There will be setbacks. There will be equipment failures. There may be temporary disruption as old infrastructure is removed and new systems are connected.
If the Prime Minister's optimism for the work being done to transform the energy sector was clear, then his ire at what he sees as generations-long mismanagement and abuses at Bahamas Power and Light was palpable. Recent revelations of excess overtime payouts at the utility only adding to the public's already overflowing frustration with BPL as thousands of customers have endured a sweltering summer made even more unbearable due to chronic power outages. The issue of overtime, the Prime Minister says, must be corrected now.
It is not credible that a person works 24 hours straight, 3 days running, and does safe work. It is not fair to the ratepayer who funds every dollar. It is not fair to the honest worker whose profession is tarnished by it. A new overtime policy is in force. Planned overtime is capped. And a technical worker whose overtime exceeds 30% of base salary triggers a review by the division head and the executive management team and is to be reported to the board.
Mr. Davis again told the country, even though they may not be feeling or seeing it just yet, progress on the energy front is already taking shape, insisting he's not here to manage this crisis, but to fix it. Also making news here this Monday, the government continuing its campaign of providing affordable homes across the country. Today saw another ceremony, this time on the island of San Salvador, where the Coburn Town subdivision was officially opened. This newest housing development on that island is located on Bastian Street. It is part of the government's expanded housing plan to construct more than 900 homes nationwide, providing more residents with the opportunity to become homeowners. Our Leah Cooper traveled to San Salvador for today's ceremony.
11 families in Coburn Town, San Salvador are starting a new chapter after receiving the keys to their homes on Monday. The new Coburn Town subdivision features 24 lots with 18 homes now built. But getting to this point has not been easy. The project began in 2007 only to face major delays. Now, after years of waiting, families are finally seeing the fruits of that investment.
Of course, we cannot give those years back. And we cannot undo the losses suffered by contractors or the disappointment experienced by families. What we can do is correct what went wrong, and that is what brings us here today. I am particularly proud to say that these homes were completed using local Bahamian contractors from this island. The people of San Salvador helped build homes for the people of San Salvador. That meant jobs and economic activity remained here on the island while we completed the development that will serve the community for years to come.
The handover is being hailed as another step toward expanding home ownership in San Salvador and across the Family Islands. Housing Minister the Honorable Keith Bell assures the government is looking ahead with more homes planned.
We are building homes and opening subdivisions in New Providence, in Abaco, Grand Bahama, and throughout our Family Islands. We are making service lots available and finding different ways to make home ownership possible for Bahamians who might otherwise find it impossible to reach.
The Coburn Town subdivision falls under the government's rent-to-own initiative designed to give Bahamians a more accessible path to home ownership. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis says the goal is to ensure owning a home is not out of reach for ordinary Bahamian families.
We have seen housing developments in Abaco. We're seeing progress here in San Salvador. And we're looking ahead to Grand Bahama and other communities across our archipelago. Because affordable home ownership should be within your reach no matter what island you're from. And as your Prime Minister, that is my commitment to you and the Bahamian people.
Among those receiving keys is 22-year-old Ashley Poitier, who says the opportunity is one she does not take for granted. She also has this message for other young Bahamians.
I just hope that this inspires other young people to keep pushing and just don't give up. Even at your young age, wherever it may be, school, in college, whatever you want to do, or business, let's just keep pushing.
For these 11 families, years of waiting have now led to a moment they can call their own. The keys in hand and a new home to build their future in Coburn Town. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Good news for those families. Well, nearly 3 months after the country's general elections, CARICOM election observers are sharing their findings and giving recommendations. Cleopatra Murphy has the Deputy Prime Minister's thoughts following its release.
Implement campaign finance reform, create an independent parliamentary registration department with adequate legal and operational safeguards against political influence, and reinforce the independence of the Constituencies Commission to ensure that constituency delimitation is conducted in a fair, transparent, and impartial manner. Those were among 9 recommendations made by election observers in the CARICOM Election Observation Mission report released on August 6. The recommendations follow the May 12 general elections this year. Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Education, Science and Technology, the Honourable Chester Cooper, who is a member of the Constituencies Commission, confirmed the agreement with at least some parts of the report.
I haven't seen the CARICOM report myself, but I do support campaign finance reform. I do support the revamp and modernization of the Parliamentary Registration Department.
On the issue of campaign finance reform, the Commission recommends implementing campaign finance legislation, noting that legislation should require disclosure of campaign funding sources. To enhance transparency, fairness, and public confidence in the electoral process, it's also suggested that there be established limits on spending and penalties be implemented to deter vote buying or misuse of state resources. The report also calls for an independent parliamentary registration department to avoid the appearance of any political impropriety.
I won't be preemptive on the issue. Suffice to say, we all live and work through the election process, and we can and should see some improvements overall.
The report also cited concerns about the integrity of the voters' register amid reports of foreigners on the register due to fraudulent schemes. The Deputy Prime Minister says as the department undergoes modernization, he's optimistic the biometric voters' card will mitigate these challenges.
The minister responsible for this unit has been actively and continues to be actively engaged to ensuring that we see the backs of those paper forms, for example. But I think this is work in progress.
The report that highlighted low voter turnout at 66.4%, but in alignment with low global trends, also highlighted stakeholder beliefs that xenophobia towards Haitians may have discouraged Bahamians of Haitian descent from voting. The election observers determined, though, that the election process was peaceful and transparent, which provided an appropriate environment for electors to express their will. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
As mentioned earlier, the Prime Minister will address the country tonight on a number of issues, among them energy. Well, the opposition Free National Movement is also weighing in on the energy crisis in country and what they expect from tonight's national address. This comes following the recent power outages in the capital that have caused thousands of dollars in damages to consumers. FNM leader Michael Pintard saying this much.
It is the hope of the Bahamian people that the Prime Minister is going to give them some concrete reassurance that we know exactly what the problem is, and this is how we're going to fix it, and by this timeline, and who we are holding responsible.
Well, we have a lot more to get to this Monday evening. When we come back, school administrators meet before the start of a new school year. That story and more, you're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Stay with us.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Big sandwich. I really like the honey mustard sauce. And then like the crispy bacon on it as well.
Oh, it's pepper jack cheese.
I love the spice. I love the crunch.
I love the original sandwich, but just that simple addition of bacon was like over the top.
The chicken is really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I rate this a 10 out of 10. I'd eat this again.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
In other news here tonight, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Science and Technology, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, reiterating his ministry's plans to introduce a new technical and vocational diploma by 2027 during the annual Administrators Conclave at Bahamas this morning. The continued push comes as he says there will be 3 diploma pathways, including an academic and special education diploma for students, factoring in that students learn differently.
It's really an acknowledgement that technical and vocational education really is the currency for tomorrow. And we must continue to support and encourage our students who are good with their hands to serve and develop careers with dignity and feel included as a part of the overall economic outlook for the future, providing contributions as good citizens and not feeling that because they haven't been an A academic student that they are less than. This is about ensuring that every child serves our country with dignity.
Well, Deputy Prime Minister Cooper, who spoke about strengthening the Human Resources Department to improve the efficiency of the ministry, also asking administrators to share their thoughts on what works and what doesn't. He says it is ultimately that HR is about people.
We have to ensure that we look after our people, which is our greatest resource. And that's more than cliche. 80% of the budget that the ministry receives goes towards salaries and allowances, and therefore it is critical that our 5,000 teachers and as well as the staff and administrators across the ecosystem are as happy and productive as they possibly can be.
Well, it is still summer break for most students across the country, but those attending Nassau Christian schools were back in the classroom bright and early this morning for the first day of the 2026-27 academic year. Our Shaquille Dames was also on campus and has this report.
2 weeks before public schools start a new school year, classrooms at Nassau Christian School open Monday. And school administrators are also managing the challenge of balancing demand with space on campus. NCS Assistant Administrator Vernay Mills says the school has been seeing a strong response from families.
We've seen a lot of students trying to enroll, and of course we have a cutoff amount, but we have quite a few in there now. And then every one of our classes are full to our capacity. So yeah, enrollment is great this year for us.
While the school's main enrollment push has already taken place, Nassau Christian School's officials are still hearing from families who have questions about their child's placement. School administrators admit the timing of registration can make a significant difference.
So those persons would likely be persons that registered late or did not see their name on a class list and would like to be sure that their child is in a particular class or just on the list, registered. So yeah, mainly they are parents who would have registered late. So that's why we encourage you to register early for returning students, current students. The month of January is solely for them. And then it opens to the public February.
After weeks of summer break, students are back in the classroom for the start of a new school year. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Shaquille Dames.
Well, the Bahamas believes partnership with Middle State Tennessee University will bolster its commitment after solidifying an already strong relationship with that American institution, one that will ultimately lead to more opportunities in the aviation industry. The country recently signed an amended Memorandum of Understanding with Middle Tennessee State University to launch the Pearl Initiative that is intended to prepare students for careers in aviation. As a part of the program, Bahamian high school students will have the opportunity to attend a residential aerospace program at the U.S. University starting next summer. Middle Tennessee State University President Sidney McPhee welcomes this partnership.
It's actually the second year that we've been having some very serious conversation and collaboration with the Ministry of Aviation in putting together a program and a collaboration that would give MTSU and the ministry an opportunity to develop a world-class partnership and collaboration in helping the Commonwealth of the Bahamas provide the workforce for that industry.
For this country's part, it believes that this partnership will bolster the government's commitment to building new airports as well as aviation careers across the country. Signing the MOU was Energy, Utilities and Aviation Minister, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, who along with other Bahamian officials toured the Tennessee facility, getting a first-hand look at what Bahamian students will soon experience.
Signing this amended Memorandum of Understanding with Middle Tennessee State University, we are not simply signing a document. We are signing a commitment to our people, to our young Bahamians who dream of becoming pilots, engineers, air traffic controllers, and aviation leaders who will continue to propel the Bahamas as the regional leaders in aviation.
And Amajal Knowles joins us now with a preview of what's coming up in late night sports.
Bahamas Aquatics makes it 4 in a row. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
This hurricane season, don't wait until a storm is on the way. The time to protect your most valuable assets is today.
Talk to us before it's too late. Don't wait till devastation is at your door. We can help you protect your home from all kinds of perils, including hurricanes.
In the event a storm is traveling, new policies cannot be issued until after the storm has passed. We're here to help you weather the storm with peace of mind.
The Bahamian Bahamian spirit doesn't stop at our borders. It travels wherever our people go. Every Wednesday, Bahamian Footprints shines a spotlight on Bahamians who began their journey right here at home and are now making a difference around the world. Their accomplishments are our pride. Their stories are our inspiration. Bahamian Footprints, proudly presented by Coca-Cola, every Wednesday at 6 p.m., only on What's Trending.
Welcome to your Monday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Bahamas Aquatics had one task heading into Trinidad and Tobago this weekend, and that was to come home with their fourth consecutive Goodwill swimming title. And after 3 days of competition, they did exactly that. Team Bahamas completed the four-peat with a top point total of 1,459 points to once again emerge as the region's powerhouse in aquatics. The host nation, Trinidad and Tobago, was a distant second place with 1,269 points. Jamaica rounded out the top three with 1,007 points. It was a hard-fought wire-to-wire victory for Team Bahamas, who led the entire three-day competition. Head coach Dwayne Davis Jr.
Hey, the team performed well. We had a really well balanced team. We broke a lot of records. We had 4 high point winners. We had D.F. Ferguson, the girl. We had Mason Dusky, the boy. We had 11-12 girls, Hannah Oswin. We had 11-12 boy, Fraser Menzies. And we also had Helsinki Mitchell. So actually, we had 5 high point winners. I was only 10 to give up for the beat. So we took home half of the high point award. So it was a really, really, really good beat. We broke a lot of records. We broke a lot of relay records, a lot of personal records. And we won the beat by a much larger margin than last year. So this team really, really was strong. They understood the assignment. They came down and they dominated the games.
The team is expected to return home tomorrow evening. Also from this weekend, over at the auditorium at the University of the Bahamas, dozens of fans and fitness enthusiasts turned out for the inaugural Bahamas Athletic Physique Alliance Elite Physique Championships, where athletes showed the final results of months of hard work. A look at the winners of the respective categories. In the women's fit model, our very own Access Now co-host Marlena Leonard would take home the top prize there. Bikini division would go to Courtney Clark. Women's figure division, Dorcas Cox would win that, while the women's open wellness and best poser crown would go to Walisa Armstrong. On the men's side, in the men's physique category, Robert Krall, the winner there, and Khalid Ross would take home the men's classic bodybuilding title, along with the best poser award on the men's side. Congrats to all the winners and the participants. On the court, a Bahamian making some waves on the professional basketball scene on the other side of the world. Jadian Smith formerly starred at St. John's and CC Sweeting here in the 242, but now is officially a pro basketball player in Taiwan after recently signing with the Bank of Taiwan's professional basketball team in the SBL. Smith recently speaking to the Zedness Toll Sports team about the move.
I would say my experience has been positive in the running back-to-back season for Defensive Player of the Year. Playing in Taiwan has been wonderful. And I think I'm ready for the next step to become a professional player. I would say Taiwan is a peaceful country, peaceful, friendly country. Taiwan is fine for right now. I think I'm comfortable here. I like it here. I think Taiwan has welcomed me with open arms. That involves my teammates and coaches.
Tonight's sportscast on a somber note as the local sporting fraternity mourning the passing of legendary Bahamian boxer Nathaniel Knowles, who's most notably remembered for recording the first Olympic boxing victory in Bahamian history, the feat coming at the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, Germany. 2 years later, alongside Gary Davis and his coach Bert Perry, Knowles represented the country at the 1974 Central American and Caribbean Games in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic and registered another national first, winning a silver medal in the men's middleweight division, the only medal the country would take home at that edition of the Games. Condolences to his family and friends. He was 77 years old. And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. I'm Amajal Knowles signing out until tomorrow.
1, 2, 3, what you gonna choose? Strawberry swirl, caramel too. Cookie dough bite, brownies protein. Oreo crunch, make the whole team scream. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Swirl it, twist it, taste that wave. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Cinnamon toast on a cool vanilla. Chocolate base and the flavor gets bigger. Sweet on sweet, yeah, that's the fun. Better get one, better run, run, run. Gotta be frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
Spring is taking a quick break, but don't worry, we'll be back Monday, August 24th, just in time for back to school. Fresh stories, big trends, more fun. What's trending back at 6 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
So don't be profiling anybody. Trust the leader in private lending for your personal loan. Oh, they like the path to financial freedom. One just for you. Come on. Sunshine financing for a ting-a-ling-a-ling. Hey, hey. When you need that money, come on vacation every. Don't be profiling in this party. What? I want that 000. I grin on there cause I got no money. You only hear me, eh? You better go by Sunshine Finance and ask them for the 000 promotion.
Go 000 with Sunshine Finance. 0 interest, 0 payments, and 0 service fees until 2027. 000. More savings, more freedom. Apply now.
Oh, Diane Dorsett is once again on holiday, but we are lucky enough to have join us this week Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean for a look at our forecast. Good evening, Basil.
It's time for your late night forecast, and we get you started in the tropics, and we have a tropical wave pushing through the Lesser Antilles. It's providing some heavy showers and gusty winds as it treks towards the west, but we don't anticipate any development of that system. And then there's a second wave. At least the northern axis of it is generating some clouds over the southeast Bahamas, and that too can trigger 1 or 2 passing showers later on tonight. Temperatures around the islands. Marshall, Babaco at 88, 86 in Great Tull, Key, Freeport, Grand Bahama at 91 degrees, 89 in the Berry Islands. Alistan, Bimini, 85, 90 in Harbor Island, and Roxanne, Eleuthera, Otterstown, Kid Island, 87, 91 in Black Point, Exuma, and Kemp Space at Andros. Fresh Creek and Central Andros have a temperature of 85. 87 in Georgetown, Exuma, Rumkey, and also in San Salvador, more 87s again in Rygat Island, Cloud, San Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands. Matchy, Taninago at 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 88 degrees. Your forecast tonight, we're looking at mainly clear, very warm, low temperature around 80 degrees, which is just a couple of degrees above normal for this time of the year. And then tomorrow, partly sunny, 92 degrees. The average temperature is about 91, so we're 1 degree up on that average temperature. Extended weather forecast looking like this. We're going to have above average temperatures right through the rest of the week, and those nighttime temperatures remain pretty muggy, but we'll have some showers and thunderstorms work their way back into our forecast on Wednesday. We'll have another round of showers and thunderstorms on Friday, and another round yet on Monday of next week.
And thank you, Basil, and thank you for being with us this late night. That is our broadcast here this Monday evening. I'm Corvell Pyfrom for Amo, Basil, and our entire team. You take care, be well, and remember, we will all be looking to see you again right back here tomorrow evening. Good night.